What's up, guys? Okay, I'm going to show you today how to modify your Swiss Army knife so that you can make fire with it. It's probably the one drawback to most Swiss Army knives, that you can't really, you don't have a means to make fire unless you have a magnifying glass, which is very small, unreliable in general. And if you have a medium to small Swiss Army knife, it's not going to come with a magnifying glass. So the only solution I came up with is to use a ferro rod and incorporate that into the knife somehow. There's not a lot of ways to do that because there's not a lot of empty spaces. So I've seen few different ideas people had for it. I mean, you could attach a ferro rod to the lanyard keychain thing, but I would still rather it be part of the knife. And it's not like I'm going to be using the ferro rod all the time. If I can carry a lighter, I'll carry a lighter, but it's just really for emergencies, just so I have that capability if I need it. So I can get away with something really small. Now, I've seen some people, they'll take out the toothpick and they'll wedge something in there. The problem with that is it's either going to be too loose and fall out, or it's going to be too tight and you won't be able to pull it out. So I don't really like that idea. I was able to actually fit it in one of these slots down here, and it would wedge in there pretty good, but it could slide out and it could bump loose and you might lose it, and that would suck if you lost it when you needed it. So there's got to be a better way to secure it in here. So what I came up with was just getting one of these waterproof match containers. I got this at Walmart for $1, and it does have matches in it. But on the bottom, it has a small, and I do mean small, ferro rod in there. Okay, so all you have to do is take your reamer, your awl, on your Swiss Army knife. I've already done this here, so it'll come right off, but you just put it in there, you pop that out. There'll be adhesive on it. You can scrape the adhesive off, and it looks something like this. It's only about 1 inch long, it's real thin, but you can make sparks with it. And to prove that, let's go ahead and we gotta find the area we scraped. So you see the spark? So it makes sparks. Then all you're gonna need is a piece of paper towel about this size. And what I want to do is I'm going to fluff this up a little bit. Just kind of break up the fibers, break it into little small pieces. And this is going to basically be your tinder. It's not necessarily guaranteed to do much for you. It's not guaranteed to work if it's raining, if it gets wet or super dirty, it's just not going to work. But it's part of how you secure this to your knife, and it's the one thing you're going to have that's even remotely close to tinder in your Swiss Army knife. So if it's possible for this to light, then that could be your tinder. And again, this is only going to burn for what, 20 seconds tops? So you need other tinder. This is really just to get a flame going. That's it. And that's a small amount. You might even have more than that. Just depends. So let's get this going here. This thing's so small that it's kind of hard to even see. Got it to work earlier. I know it works. Fluff it up a little bit more. Hopefully my hands haven't gotten too sweaty. See, when they start sticking together like that, that's not a good sign. You want it to be very loose like that. And I'm going to start using the other side, so I may have to scrape off some of the coating over there. Okay, so there it is. Caught flame, see it burning, put that out. So that goes to show that you can use a minuscule fire rod, or a ferro rod, fire steel, along with a small piece of paper towel and a Swiss Army knife to create flame. And so that's really important. And again, on this part of the awl, it's shaped weird. It's kind of angled here like a chisel grind, and then on this side it's like scooped out. It's real weird. I don't know why exactly it's designed like that, but it's just part of the design of that tool. So it works better coming in this way rather than scraping out. So it'd actually be better for a lefty. But you know, you can get it to work. There's also other tools on here that you can use to make that work as well. So that's how we make fire with this. And then really, you're going to be fitting that into your corkscrew. So you need a piece of paper towel, and kind of want to cover the ferro rod because we want to protect it too. And that's really about it. You can't put much paper on here. So what I would recommend when using this to start a fire, try to get natural tinder or some other type of tinder. If you have more paper, fantastic. Because as soon as you get the flame, touch the corner of the piece of paper and catch the rest of it. All we do here, we just roll up our ferro rod so it's covered. And then we twist it, slide it into our corkscrew. It's basically already in there. I'll just push it in further for good measure. So that took so much force to get it in there. It's not going to come out easily. Nor do you want it to come out easily. So it is in there. You have your ferro rod in your Swiss Army knife. It's not coming out. And closes up fine. Granted, it's going to detract from the aesthetic appearance of your knife because you're going to have what looks like a piece of trash in there. But considering the value you have of having a combustion device and tinder in your Swiss Army knife itself, that's invaluable. Takes up no extra space, weight. So that's your flame right there. That's your fire. And then I also have this case, which is from Innova or Innovation, a Night Eyes flashlight case, which has the articulating belt loop. And that's what I put my Swiss Army knife in. Slide it right in there so it fits tight. Then the lanyard can actually kind of slide and tuck under that front flap there. And you can carry that on your belt any way you want. The knife will not come out, but it's easily accessible. Ferro rod's in there. It's good to go as well. So that's basically it, guys, on the Swiss Army knife ferro rod combustion device modification. Hope you find the video useful. Make sure to like the video, helps me out a lot. Comment and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.